Assalamu alaikum. I am Naomi.
And I'm Sadia.
And today we wanted to talk about Sadia's story. I find it so interesting. You were born Muslim. You were raised in Africa. You are half Arab, half Sudanese. You have such a rich story. So I just wanted, to share that with sisters. So tell us a little bit about your background and where you were born and how was it being born Muslim and how did that affect your youth and things of that nature, especially here in America.
Being born Muslim, being in America, and being Sudanese, Arab, it's all a blessing, alhamdulillah. Obviously, it all has its struggles, but being born in Africa, I was so used to being with Africans, with Muslims, with Sudanese, with Nigerians, with Arabs, I'm so used to all of us being so uniform. We all do the same thing. We all wear the same thing. We all speak the same language, Arabic. We come to America young, and we're just so flabbergasted, whoa, what's going on? I can remember getting off the plane in LAX, just remember they're looking whoa, just completely lost. We come here, we immediately jump into school, not even a week later, just come to a whole new country, now I'm in school.
Oh,
in the middle of the semester. People are looking at me, people can't pronounce my name, people are like, who's that weird girl? Why does she sound like that? So it was always just hard for me just being younger. Alhamdulillah, after that, mom put us in Islamic school after that because we were just I didn't do it,
And how was the hijab? Did you wear the hijab? Were you teased for the hijab? How was that as a kid, or what was that like?
Wearing the hijab was on and off for me. When I first came out here, I was wearing it, took it off, went to Islamic school, started wearing it again, took it off. It's always been a struggle for me, My mom was always supportive of it, You do what you want to do. Allah knows your heart. You know the Quran, you know the Sunnah, you know this, you know that. So hijab is up to you. You have to do it when you're ready. You can't be rushed into it. So I think that was also a good advice I always took. And the only way I felt pressured for hijab was actually through other Muslims, So you're a born Muslim and you don't wear hijab? You're a born Muslim and you have this and your nails are painted and this and that. And I'll just be like, whoa, I'm not ready yet. I have to go at my own pace.
So those things actually pushed you away.
It did.
From certain forms of worship, not actually helping, which people probably think is their intention. They probably think that's what they're doing. So in fact, when people are doing that, judging you and things of that nature, and you're born Muslim, and they're probably born Muslim or what have you, and they're coming at you because you're not doing a certain thing that made you actually feel pushed away.
It made me feel a lot worse. I just felt ashamed just because the way that they say it is you're born Muslim, you know better. You speak Arabic, you know better. You were born around this, you know this, you speak that, you do this, you know better. You're not someone else who wasn't born. You knew from the jump, day one. You grew up this way, and you're not wearing hijab. How dare you? Your nails are painted. How dare you? You have lipstick on. How dare you? And so it says such and such. So it kind of just made me feel you know what? I'm not ready for none of this. Let me just, I just got to be myself. I got to get away from all of it. And it wasn't until recently now I'm just starting to get back into it. Now I do turbans. Sometimes I don't wear it. But, for the most part, I'm getting back into it. And it's not because of Muslims, not Muslims. It's because of myself. It's because of Allah. I'm trying to get closer to Him. And I feel like we all just need to embrace that. Don't let it be that you're a born Muslim and you're just feeling ashamed.
Oh, yeah. And don't judge each other, Even if you think, if a sister's not wearing hijab, she knows that.
Obviously.
She knows that, we don't need people to point out our flaws. All of us have, even if we wear hijab, we have other, things going on that Allah sees or, other people may, but it's just so, it's, interesting because your story, because like I said, you're born Muslim and it's it kind of sounds like a cultural tug of war, it's they don't understand because, they're not going through what you're going through. And then you go into with your friends that are not Muslims and you feel like you have to conform for them, and then they don't understand. So what helped you, like you said, being with the sisters and things of that nature, but when you are around your non-Muslim friends, do you feel more empowered? Do you feel, as opposed to before the peer pressure?
When I'm with my Muslim friends, I do. I feel undefeated. I feel invincible.
Or with your non-Muslim friends?
With my non-Muslim friends. Sometimes I still feel like I need to fit in. Now that I'm older, I'm kind of feeling no, I'm not going to jump into this now.
Right.
But before, I just felt the need to you like this, I like this too. You're black, I'm black too. Because I never used to say, oh, I'm Sudanese, I'm Arab, I'm this, I speak this. I used to be like, oh, my name is Sadia, I'm black, you know, I'm from LA, you know, instead of saying, I'm from Africa, I'm Sudanese, I speak Arabic. I just wanted to be like you. Like, you're Samantha, I'm Sarah. Like, you know, we're going to be like this. So it was difficult.
Yeah. And what advice would you give a young girl that may be struggling? She can be middle school, high school, college, different cultures. You know, I think most Americans go through this. The Hispanics, the Asians, even Caucasians. You know, if you're used to, you know, you're brought up down south in Alabama, you move to New York, and it's different. You know, so we all have these growing pains and these changes. You know, what advice would you give the young African, Sudanese, Arab young sister that's watching right now and that she's struggling with her hijab and culture and her deen?
You know what? You just have to be yourself. Some people, if you were like me and you just got caught up in being someone else and blending in, you just need to take a day to yourself and stay in your room and remember, like, who am I? What do I like? What's my favorite color? What do I like? You just got to remember who you were, who you are, and remember to be yourself. It's so beautiful being different. America is full of, you know, the red, white, and blue flag. You got to represent your flag all around America. You have to stand out. You have to embrace your culture, embrace your religion. It's not, you know, you're special. You know, I feel like we get so caught up in just trying to be like everyone else. But now, you know, even if you're trying to be in a movie, why would I choose you?
Oh, yeah.
Among everyone else. Y'all look the same. Y'all speak the same. Y'all wear the exact same flannels, you know. What's special about you? I'm a Muslim. I am Sudanese. I am a Puerto Rican. I wear hijab. I do this. I do that. I speak like, you know?
Yeah, just the different variations that make us us. Because Allah tells us in the Quran, I have made you of different tribes so that you can get to know each other. And I would like to leave our audience with you giving, what is your best advice? What is the best thing? What when you're feeling, like you're feeling imbalanced or you're feeling low, what helps bring you back? Like, what piece of advice, something that someone may have told you that helps you to get back and reminds you who you are?
You know, my grandma used to always tell me, because back in Sudan we used to watch a lot of Disney Channel and Arabic, you know, the Disney movies. Something that we just really loved was The Little Mermaid. So she used to tell us that, you know, Ariel, beautiful, long tail with, you know, scales and gold and green and blue and pearly, and she had a beautiful voice. And, you know, they're hidden under the sea with all the treasures, and, you know, the trident, you know, the mighty trident. Everybody's trying to get to it, you know. That's a blessing. Allah has put you there to stay hidden, to stay beautiful in silence. But no, Ariel wanted so bad to go above shore, you know. She wanted to walk on the land. She wanted to talk to everyone there. So she went behind Allah's back, so to say, and she talked to Ursula, who in a form is Shaitan. And Ursula, you know, she gives her what she wants. She gives her legs. So Ariel has her legs, but Allah reminds her, I am number one. So he took her voice away. You wanted legs so bad, here's your legs. But now you don't have your voice, because your voice was a blessing for me. And we all have to remember that. Like, we can want this so bad, but you got to remember, Allah comes first, because without him, we wouldn't be here. You have beautiful voice, but you know what? I give that to you. So if you want to disobey me and follow Shaitan, give it back. Here's your legs, but I have your voice. So we always have to remember, you know, we need to focus on why we're here, what we're doing, who we are, and just embracing that and not try to form into society.
Exactly. And to gain and seek the approval of Allah, not your peers, you know, and, you know, like I said again, those of us that, you know, we think that we're helping when we're pointing out flaws, you know, whether it be online or in person, to a convert or a born Muslim. You know, when you see your sister struggling, stop and pause and ask yourself, man, I probably am messing up in another area way worse, you know, way worse, you know, and make excuses, as the hadith and the sunnah is, you know, and, you know, just may Allah just guide us to help each other in this journey, because no one has arrived. We can't point at each other and from this, you know, this point of arrival and judge each other. So, you know, I thank you for your story, and inshallah it will inspire and help other sisters. And thank you so much for joining us. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.